You know how some people are able to buy a second home? They buy a cabin in the mountains or a cottage at the beach.
Well, we just bought a second home.
We just bought a cottage. Tiny House Prepper. Hi there, everybody. I'm Bill,
And I'm Elizabeth with Tiny House Prepper.
and this is our home.
And this is our cottage.
Our home is a 32-foot RV that's set permanently here on the property that we own with a attached sunroom. It's not going anywhere.
Right. And our cottage is 19 feet and mobile.
So, is it a mountain cabin or a beach cottage?
Yes. Yeah.
We just got a comment a couple days ago from Bree, B-R-E-E, and Bree says, "Hi Bill and Elizabeth, been watching for a while now and subscribed also a while back. Just an idea for another video if you would. Could you consider a recap of where you both are in your journey? I know how you got there, having watched the previous videos, but I know you are driving a truck, etc. What are your plans for the next, say, 2 years or 5 years? Just wondering if things have changed, especially as we get older, as we older folks get near retirement, if that's possible, LOL. Thanks for the video channel. I really enjoyed watching." Well, thank you for the question, Bree, and
Yes, that's a very good question.
it was funny that you should ask that just then, because we were just planning on this week to do this video about what our future plans are.
Yeah.
So, as you know, if you've watched any of our previous videos, we went through a really difficult time a few years back when our business collapsed and we lost all our properties, and we ended up basically almost homeless in that we ended up with that little travel trailer that we're living in now. But you know, God has really blessed since then, and so it looks, and I thought we would never be able to retire. I thought I'd be working for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it just didn't look possible.
Yeah. But it looks like we are going to be able to have a future. So that's pretty much because we are debt free.
Yeah. That has made all the difference in the world. I'll try to talk louder. Yes, that has made all the difference in the world. Living the way we do, it keeps our expenses lower, and I am so picky about all my duckies being in a row. So Bill has set up this spreadsheet for me, and I am very careful that every speck of money that has to go towards something is accounted for.
Right.
And so, but with the fact that we are on top of what's going on with the money that we have, it's put us in a position to now be able to start just saving a little bit at a time, saving and saving, and that has been wonderful. And I'm a firm believer now in if there's something you would like, save for it ahead.
Yep.
And so being out of debt and keeping our expenses low, we're not changing our lifestyle a whole lot. I had to go out and see some family this summer, but we managed that without any trouble. And it has freed us up to do things that I didn't think would ever be possible.
Right. You know, all our lives we've always lived pretty much paycheck to paycheck, and we would every once in a while get a little bit in the bank, but then it would go for a car repair, and that would be it, and we're back to paycheck to paycheck. You know, and my father used to tell me when I was very young that if you want to get ahead financially in life, you have to make sacrifices at the beginning and to be able to do that. And most people, as soon as they start getting a paycheck, they go out and buy a new car and a new house and credit cards, and they're running up all this debt, and then they're living paycheck to paycheck because they have to pay all those bills all the time.
And you know, we were living like a base. I mean,
that's the way we were. But
that's right.
Now that we're debt free, we went through that whole debacle. If you've watched our previous video, I'll put a link at the end of why we live in a tiny house. That's our story. But now that we've been through all that and we're debt free, we're starting to earn some money again, you know, because I'm driving a truck too many hours a week.
Way too many hours a week.
And we're starting to gain some income from YouTube and from Thrive, and so we have some income coming in. It would be very easy for us to expand our living style again. Many people ask us, you know, are you going to stay in that little trailer forever? Well, basically, yeah, because if we don't, then I'm back to paying a mortgage and I'd never be able to retire. So,
And we're settled okay in there.
Yeah,
we're
so we're-
fine with it.
we're very happy there, and even though our income has started to increase again, we are still keeping our expenses and our
Lifestyle.
standard of living, which is fine, right where it is. We're not expanding it, which
Yeah.
means that we now can put money in the bank.
Right. Yeah. We're trying very hard to not make our lifestyle more expensive.
Right.
And so for the first time ever, we're in a position to start just socking some money away for things. And I'm discovering that has been amazing. It's just been amazing. So you, I really wanted to say this. I love this man to pieces. And I am telling you, it's not been really easy maybe to see it on the YouTube videos, but he puts in huge hours. You know, the time was before the crash. I worked as a teacher, basically pretty much full time. And
Not a school teacher.
Oh no, I was doing private lessons.
Private lessons for piano and voice.
Piano and voice, yeah. And so, and I had, you know, 16 to 20 lesson days pretty frequently. And then Bill was doing construction. But since I've had to be on disability and I can't put that kind of teaching time in anymore, and then Bill started driving the semi, which we're so grateful for, he has been putting in huge hours. It is not an exaggeration to say he probably averages 60 to 65 hours a week.
Yeah.
And that, you know, every 3 weeks he works an extra weekend day. So it's been a lot of hours. And then every spare minute, you know, he has been continuing to try to make our home nice and livable. Repairing things, replacing things, fixing things, tearing down and building the shed, which has been wonderful. And he has been working so long and so hard. And he's still strong, but I'm going to tell on you, he's 60. And I'm 61. But
I can't work like I used to.
it just isn't as easy anymore, you know. And so I've been watching for a while now. He would watch like YouTube videos about people that just travel in an RV full time. You know, they either live in a Class A or some kind of a fifth wheel, they pull a trailer, or they're in a van. And some of them have really interesting channels. And he's been watching that, and he's been having this debate going on forever. Well, do we want a van or do we want a trailer? And he just has always been talking about it. And I think this has given him something to look forward to.
Yeah.
But we still didn't know when or how.
Right.
But I've wanted it for him because I'm telling you, he works hard. And then to put in all the time involved in making the videos and the time with Thrive Life and all that stuff, yeah, he's been really working hard.
So anyway, our financial situation now is to the point where here's the plan. I'm planning on driving the truck for about another year, and hopefully sometime in the fall of 2018, about a year from now, I'm going to be able to stop driving the truck.
I'm so
And
glad.
I'm very excited. Now that doesn't mean I'm retiring, because as I mentioned earlier, we do make some money from YouTube and from Thrive Life. In fact, Thrive has really kind of changed our life. You know,
It has made so many things possible I never
Right.
thought would be possible.
But I will continue to work Thrive. Of course, I am there to support and customers and consultants and talk to people on the phone and whatever they need.
Making training videos, he's
Yeah.
put a lot of time into all this.
And also the videos that we make. You know, right now we do 2 a week, and
And maybe an occasional extra one.
yeah. But they take a lot of time. Most people don't realize. But like, for instance, the video that I did of the Aruba trip when I did the ATV, I spent 10 hours editing that video and getting it uploaded. Just for one video, 10 hours. And so, we're doing 2 a week right now. We're spending anywhere from 8 hours to 15 hours a week just on those 2 videos.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm not driving a truck anymore and we can start to travel, we're going to have more time available. And so we'll be able to expand that.
Right,
So,
right.
so I'm going to continue to work Thrive, and we're going to continue to do videos and YouTube videos So I'm not retiring by any means.
Right.
But the neat thing about Thrive is that I can do that from anywhere as long as I have a cell phone connection, and the internet through my cell phone hotspot. I can do that from anywhere on the road if I want to.
And I get to have him around. I think that's wonderful. That's great.
So after I finish driving next fall, our plan is to hit the road. Now you would think that as a truck driver, I do between 400 and 500 miles a day every single day. You'd think that I would never want anything to do with the road again. Not so. I just want to hit the road where I don't have a deadline, where I have to do 500 miles.
Right.
I want to be able to do 20 miles if that's all I want to do. But we want to just go out and see things, see the world. So, well, see North America anyway.
Bill's never been to the Northwest.
No.
I cannot wait. I got family out there, as you know, and I cannot wait to take him out to the Northwest. And when we go to Canada, and it's just, we're not going to be a full time. We still live in our tiny house.
Right. I watch a lot of channels of YouTubers who are full-time RVers, and I would love to do that. But Elizabeth wants a home base, and I understand that, and that's fine. So we are planning to do extended trips, like a month or two, a couple months in the summer, where we can go out west, we can go up into Canada, or a couple months in the winter, where we go to Florida or Texas or Arizona, become snowbirds basically.
Now Pop, Bill's dad, is still around.
Yeah.
He's going to be 87 his next birthday, and so how long we can be gone is going to depend on how well he's doing, and we don't ever want to be away from him too long, but.
Right.
We'll still get some trips in, and just as long as we make sure he's okay. So that sounds wonderful. We'll still be in our tiny house, but we'll take our tiny cottage and get out going. We decided to call it the cottage because it's just because we have two RVs.
Yeah, we have two. They're both travel trailers. So if we say, well, let's go to the travel trailer. Well, which one? Well, let's go to the RV. Well, which one? Let's go to the trailer. So now we call that one our home, and this one the cottage.
Right. This is our cottage. Yep. Oh, that's so cool.
So the question is, we just talked about that we have low expenses and we're able to save, but how are we actually able to do this?
Right. Right.
First of all, a couple months ago, I've been riding my bicycle to the place where I park my big semi truck for 5 years now. It's about a 1.5 mile ride each way. I ride it to work every day to where I park my truck. All through the winters, 5 below, and I'm out there riding my bicycle.
And he will not let me drive him at 5 o'clock in the morning.
No, I'm not going to make her get up to do that. So I've been riding that bicycle. So about a month ago, I was actually able to buy a pickup truck. It's a Dodge Dakota 4-wheel drive pickup truck. And so the plan was just for me to have something to drive back and forth to work where I could be warm, and then with the 4-wheel drive I didn't worry about the snow and stuff like that. So we went ahead and bought that with the plan at some time next summer, when we're getting close to me quitting the driving job, we would start to look for some kind of an RV or a trailer, or we still didn't know what we were going to do. And then
we're driving down the road, and like I said, I want to just say real quick, there's been certain financial projects that we really need to get taken care of by next summer that we've been carefully saving toward. Okay. But anyway, we're driving down the road, and there was a for sale sign on this cute, just kind of small travel trailer, a camper, trailer. And so just out of curiosity, I got the phone number and called, and we were not going to be doing this right now.
Mm-mm. We weren't prepared for this.
No.
Not until next spring or next summer.
Right. And although I knew that if I started shopping in the spring and summer, it probably would cost more because that's the big time when everybody's looking.
Right.
But we just didn't feel like we were going to be ready. But I've got to be real honest with you. Now, I'm the one that is like resistant about spending money. Not that he spends too much, but I'm the one that just digs my heels in about it. But I made arrangements to meet the owner, and they let me come in, and I fell in love. It was really significant that we were down at that RV show.
In Hershey?
In Hershey.
We did a video about that.
Because we just weren't sure at some point down the road what kind of a vehicle, what kind of a thing we want to set up to be able to travel in. Now, we have a wonderful tent, but we're getting a little old for setting that up constantly. Yep. We just are. If you watch, you can see our wonderful tent in one of our camping videos. But there was one little trailer, and if you watch the one about Hershey, you can see that one trailer that we walked in, and we loved the open feel of the floor plan. It was just a smart idea. Had the bed at one end, and there was a couch. Because a lot of times in an RV, there's no real good place to sit. You're either at the table, or the table turns into your bed, and it's just hard to find a comfortable place to sit and relax. And so we liked that trailer. So when I walked into this one, I mean, I'm telling you, I fell in love. And so we started talking about it, and I started looking at things carefully, And I got to tell you, one of the things I love about it is that when you watch all the videos about the people that travel full time in all sorts of different kinds of RV kind of things, they talk a lot about how that if you've got too big of a rig, it can be hard to get into some of the state parks and national parks. They have like size limits, and sometimes it's tricky to get them in there. Well, the hitch adds a little bit of length, of course, but this is 19 feet long. And so it's easy to haul, and it's going to be very easy to stick in just about any camping spot that we can think of. But, and we'll show you this, you start out with this cute little 19-foot trailer, but then when you get there and you're ready to go, it just all goes, whoa! I mean, it just opens up.
It's a transformer.
It's a transformer. That's right.
It transforms into a Class A motorhome.
Right. We are much less likely to have to take turns getting somewhere. We have more floor space than we do at home.
Yeah.
And so I fell in love with it. And so basically, since we had the truck, we really talked about it.
We just
really
debated because
it.
we weren't ready for this yet financially, but it was such a it was a deal. It's in beautiful shape. It's 4 years old, and
It's been so well cared for.
the floor plan was exactly what we want. And how often do you find the exact floor plan that you want in a used trailer? Small, 19 feet. Most of the ones I've been looking on Craigslist and all that, and most of them are like 30 feet. And we wanted a small one. They're hard to find. So here we found it. So what do we do?
So by rearranging how we're going to pay for things that we need to do, and we're going to be fine. We're not going into debt with it at all, but we are down to the wire.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
So
like
every penny in the bank practically to buy this.
Right. And that doesn't mean we won't have the money for the things we need. We've just changed the timing of it,
Right.
But we were able to, no debt at all. We were able to pay for this cash. And wow, I'm in awe,
Yeah.
and I'm at peace with it that it is going to be fine. We haven't gotten ourselves in over our head,
So we are very excited about the whole thing. We're very excited about our future, to be able to travel around the country. We both have traveled a lot already, and we just love it, and we just want to continue with that. So, would you like to take a tour of the cottage?
Of our cottage, yes.
I even have the hat for the cottage.
Right. Doesn't he look handsome in that hat? I love that hat.
Okay, let's go take a tour. So the slide has a manual crank where you can crank it out. It also is electric right here.
That is so cool.
Just like that.
I love how it's comfortable in here even before we put the slide out. It is so cool.
Sure it's not going to hit the car next door, right?
Right. Gotta be careful. Is it supposed to go out that far? Oh yeah, that bump 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 sound lets us know
Supposed
it's
to go out
done.
until it stops.
Wow. Now, is it just?
We're still learning how it all works.
Oh, sure we are.
So here we have the main compartment, and with the slide out, and you see how much room there is here. This thing's probably 12 feet wide, I guess. This actually has more floor space than our house does.
Yeah.
And it's got a dinette there, obviously, and a love seat couch here. Both of these fold out into beds, but we don't need to use those beds. This trailer is what's called a hybrid, and I'll show you this in a minute, but at each end, right through there, and also this whole thing right here, those are beds that fold out like a pop-up camper. And so we don't even have to mess with changing the dinette every night when we want to turn it into a bed, because that's a real pain if you have to do that every night. We can just set this up permanently and leave it like that, and then sleep out there in the beds that fold out on the ends.
They even have heated mattresses.
Yeah. Yes. One thing that I'm excited about, I was a little nervous about doing the having the canvas type beds. If you have to pack up and it's been raining all night and you have to pack it up wet, I don't like that. So if we know it's gonna rain, we can pack that up the night before, and then we can turn this into a bed and sleep here, so we don't have any issues with the canvas being packed wet.
And if we have to just stop in a hurry sometime, pull into a Walmart or something, and we don't want to get too elaborate, this is still big enough, even with the slide in, for us to get to the kitchen. If we move the slide out just a few inches, you can get completely into the bathroom.
Right.
And if Bill sleeps kitty corner on this one, and I sleep kitty corner on that one, the futon kind of thing, we can sleep comfortably.
Yeah, because these are basically designed for kids. They're not
Right.
quite full length, but we can sleep diagonally and it works fine.
Right.
So when you move the slide in, you still have about 3 feet or 2.5 feet here, so you can access all the kitchen stuff. And like she said, if you move the slide out only about 6 inches, then the bathroom door will open. Let me show you this.
Oh, it's a nice bathroom.
It's a full bath. It's not a wet bath. It's a dry bath, meaning you don't have to sit on the toilet to take a shower. So that's very nice. Skylight up there, roof vent with a fan.
It's wonderful. They've taken
Nice
such care
full-
of everything.
Nice full-size refrigerator and freezer,
This is-
microwave, 3-burner stove with an oven, double sink. Now, I'm not going to show you a complete tour of all of the systems. That'll be another time.
I want to show these. They're very nice. The little shades come down on all the windows.
Right.
And I love the amount of light in here. It's really nice.
Now here it is from the outside with the slide all the way fully extended. And there's my new pickup truck. The funny thing is, I don't have the hitch on the truck yet. The hitch and the wiring harness, I don't have it on there yet. So the guy we bought it from had to bring it down and deliver it for us and drop it here where we're storing it. But as you can see, it's just not that long. But a bed folds down here in the front and another one in the back. I'm not going to mess with the back one, but I'll show you the front one. Now unfolding these beds is very easy. You can do that when it's still attached to the truck. And that's all there is to it. I think this is the first time Elizabeth has seen me do this.
Yes, it is.
It's very fast and easy. And the neat thing is, these windows, like a tent,
Yeah.
all the way around the entire bed.
Oh, on an evening that could be so pleasant.
For superior ventilation.
Yeah, that is so cool. That is so cool. We could be sleeping out there on like a just a kind of warm night, and it would be wonderful.
So from the outside, here's the bed, fully extended. And I'm just doing the front, but there's also one in the back. So we have all kinds of versatility here because we can actually sleep 8 in this little place. 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and 2 in each one of the beds inside that become a dinette and a couch. So as you can see, for a little 19-foot trailer that's so easy to get in and out of places, this is very useful. We're just very excited about the whole thing. This is a Trail Sport, which is apparently owned by Monaco. And someone just told me that Monaco has just been bought out by another company. I don't know who that is, but that's what it is. So for the more observant of you, you may have noticed in the very beginning of this video that we have several new vehicles. We told you about the truck that we just got. We also got Elizabeth a new car.
It's a 2002. It's 15 years old. Little Chevy Cavalier.
Chevy Cavalier. But the cool thing is it's in showroom condition when we got it. Only had 63,000 miles on it. And it's actually dual fuel. It'll burn gasoline or it'll burn propane.
Yeah.
We just haven't figured out how to do the propane yet.
It was part of a fleet that was used by people that worked at a propane company. And so they sold the whole little fleet of cars.
Yeah.
So once again, we had saved for vehicles. And it's kind of neat because Pops, Bill's dad's van had just died. And so we were able to, for just very little, let him have our van. He's loving it. It's running really, really well for him. Yeah. And then I got the little car, good gas mileage. What was it, 31 or something? Mm-hmm. Got the little car, and then we were able to get the truck. And so, yeah, that's why we have a truck, to be able to pull the cottage.
Right. And then we can pull the car behind the cottage.
Okay.
So we're happy.
Yes, we are. Well, that's it. We are so glad that you came along and that you were able to take you on a tour.
Yep. And when we hit the road, we'll take you with us.
It'll be fun.
Okay, guys. Until next time.
Yep. Love you guys. God bless. And we will see you soon.
Oh, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you need to do that.
Okay. Yeah, you need to do that.
And you can like it while you're down there too. That really helps us a lot. So we really appreciate that.
Actually, it really does help.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.